Oh. Okay. Hey guys. Hello everyone. Hmm. I'm breathing into my mic. Oh no. Let me close my door and lock it. Okay. I'm feeling a bit extra heated. Just got off a call with a person who really just make me question a bunch of things about friends. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Just know though. If I seem weird, that's why. I guess I'm always weird. That last episode though, if you haven't heard it, please go back. I think it's a lot of stuff that just was said, Exposed myself quite a bit. I don't mind though. It was fun. Now then, what are we talking about? I don't know. Someone wanted me to talk about stories, high school again. I could do that for sure. Just gotta think about the good ones. Um, I like the ones with like a love interest. I say love interest, more like just a crush. Nothing super serious. I'll tell one that I had. Um, this girl I liked. She, damn. The more I talk about this, I realize if I keep saying this girl I like and it being a new person every single time, you really get a perspective of me. But it was this girl that um, was a possible person that I would have gone to a dance with. And I don't know, listen, I was still figuring stuff out, but I bought them a gift. I think it was for a holiday event, Valentine's maybe. I don't know. I bought them a gift. It's like a bouquet of candy, um, one of those with a note, a love letter type thing. And I remember I wanted to give it to them, um, but class was about to start, and I don't know why I couldn't just wait. There was something going on. I think I had a class to go to after school. I was about to walk in, and then I'm like, oh God, that was my shot. I'm running out of time. Immediately turns around. The teacher's at the door. She's like, "Where are you going?" And I'm like, "I got somewhere to be." I'm running over to her class where she is, and I'm like full sprint. I'm like, I gotta get this to her. It's my one moment, even though I probably could have given it any other time. But no, this is why my one moment. Gotta make this moment dramatic. Running, going down the hallways. All right, almost slip and fall. Security guard telling me to slow down. I slow down for a second, but then start running again when he goes around the corner, and then make it to her class, give her the token of my affection, and that's it. Doesn't open it or read it there, obviously. I don't want to. I'm too embarrassed. Then I leave. I'm like, hey, thanks for you. Goodbye. And then I go back to my class. I tell the teacher, hey, yo, listen, it was worth it. Trust me, it's for a girl. And, then I got in trouble. That was okay, though. Worth. Um, yeah. I don't know. I'm a weird person, for sure. Definitely like to make things more dramatic. But not like, hopefully, not like the annoying dramatic where it's just like, what are you doing? Like, okay, actually, it most likely is like that. But sometimes whenever I'm doing something, I like to make it look like a movie scene, because it's just like it's much more exciting that way. Like, why just like wait the next day to deliver the gift at a reasonable time? Why not wait last minute so you can run over and sprint to them and give it to them like it's like one of those airport scenes, being like, "Hey, I love you. Take this. I mean, don't leave. Don't get on that plane." It's much more exciting this way. But yeah, that was one of my moments. Really weird. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to expose myself too much. Except I do. But I just don't want to expose other people. I would talk about everything that I have done, seen, said, or whatever, but I would just be worried that the other person would not feel comfortable. Because just as much as I don't mind exposing myself, it's not the same for everyone else. Um, I mean, for the people who went to school with me, they'll have an idea, maybe guess stuff. Um, Highly doubt it though that they would know most of them, but I kind of kept to myself. But not really. I don't really know how that works. I want to tell some sad stories. So, in high school, sorry, I'm just in that mood. I'm just, but in high school, um, I think a lot of my friends would say that I'm like a social butterfly, going from group to group, talking to everyone that I can, having fun like that. And it was fun, but it wasn't fulfilling. It wasn't my favorite. As much as I like talking to people, I don't like not feeling like I have a place, you know? Like I wanted to feel as if I had one group that I could always, be at, a group of friends that like had my back type thing, like the real ones. And I didn't always feel that way. I mean, maybe for one moment, but it wasn't really that way. Like my mind's always in a bunch of places. I'm always moving. It's hard to stay put. I'm like a child. I'm a little kid. No, but I just, you know, I remember there was different times where I would just sit on one of the couches inside because we had couches uh, where we can chill, like at lunch inside, and I would just sit there by myself, kind of just thinking, maybe acting like I'm on my phone so no one thinks I'm weird, or flipping through pages of a math textbook, acting like I'm reading it. Maybe I am reading it, maybe I just don't understand what's going on in the book because I'm just not paying attention fully. But I would have times where I would just sit like that, and my friends would be like around. I just didn't feel fully welcome, which is weird. I don't know why. And so I spent a lot of my time, like if I'm not, trying to do my best to stay in a group with friends, I would sit by myself and just think about whether I am friends with them. And it seems really weird for me to question that, considering that I mean, it looked like I was, but looking like it is versus actually feeling it is different, obviously. And so I don't know. I mean, overall though, I'm not gonna lie, I loved high school. It was my favorite thing ever. Like so many great experiences for sure. Uh, Obviously, you're gonna have your ups and downs. I had my fair share of downs, but then I also had a lot of ups. So nothing wrong with that. I remember, some people might know this, but back in like junior year, like near the end, I got in a fight with one of my best friends, um, and we ended up like this fight caused me to lose a bunch of friends, and then not talking to those friends for almost a year. And at the end of that break period, I finally decided, like, I was talking to my ex at the time, and I'm like, should I just make up? Like, what do I do? Because I like being friends with them. We ended over something super petty. And in the end, I decided, you know what? I'll talk to them again. Mainly the one person. And I did. And then I guess we both came to the conclusion that we were both just being dumb. And I didn't think they wanted to talk to me, and they didn't think I wanted to talk to them. So it was just like a constant assumption that stopped us from talking. Definitely at the beginning, though, the other person did not want to talk to me. They made that very clear. But I just didn't know how long their anger would last, and they didn't know if I was angry or not. So I guess we just stayed not talking for the longest time. And I don't know how much all that is true, but in the end, it fixed. We were good. Still talking now, and hopefully we stay friends for the foreseeable future. But yeah, one of those moments really kind of made the final days of senior year or maybe junior year kind of bummy. You know, definitely a lot of stuff could have been better, but then again, I mean, nothing could have been worse than the COVID coming up and being like, yeah, you gotta end your year early, sorry. So, I never went to prom because the inner romance, uh, the inner romantic in me junior year was like, don't go to prom junior year. You gotta make it special. Make senior year the only prom you go to, so it just feels a lot better. I'm dumb. I should have gone. I had my opportunity. I had a person to go with. What's wrong with me? Hopeless. I definitely would have had fun for sure. But yeah, um, that was real fun. What else? What's the stuff that I've been through? Oh yeah. So on the topic of like sitting alone and stuff, there were also times where, I think a lot of us did this where we would do a lot of things just so we can get people's attention. Like, it isn't maybe it's someone specific, maybe it's just anyone, but there was a lot of times where I would just do things for the sake of getting attention because I felt alone at times. Like, when I guess, because I think in the last episode I mentioned saying how I like after so long I finally realized that I'm not the center of the universe and that people don't care as much as you think they do, if you think they do. Like, I mean, there are people who care about you, but I just mean like thinking that all your problems can be solved by other people and that you got to rely on them is wrong. You know, you're not the center of the universe. You got to do your own thing. You got to stay strong yourself and pull yourself back up from whatever hole you placed yourself into. Um, and so that I hadn't like I still did not understand that back in high school. So everything I was still new. So I'm always relying on people, always thinking like when I'm talking about center of the universe, I don't mean like I have the biggest ego and I think I'm amazing or whatever. But I just thought, with a small bit of um, movement from me, someone will react and talk to me or say something or you know something, I don't know, um, just move for me when I move. Um, but that's not the case, of course. I didn't know that before, which is weird. But yeah, with that in mind, there were a lot of times where obviously sitting alone, I thought if I sit alone, maybe someone will come by and talk to me, and I won't have to sit alone anymore. Or, I mean, sometimes they did, but it was always not, I guess, what I was looking for. I'm weird, I'm dumb. But yeah, after school, there were times where I would stay after school when I didn't need to. I could have gone home, but I would purposely stay for the exact reason of hoping that like one of my friends or somebody that I wanted to see would stop by and say hello, and then we'd hang out, and then it'd just be really fun. That like 90% of the time did not happen, and the amount of times that I stayed after school just for that reason of wanting like some attention from somebody, oh, so many times, bro. I do not know what I was doing. But I mean, I spent a lot of those times just thinking about stuff, like I mean, I guess it wasn't all for nothing. I definitely realized a lot of things. I, you know, kind of did some self reflection, thinking, hey, what am I doing? What do I want to do later? Stuff like that. So I guess it wasn't all for nothing. Being alone gives you a lot of time to think. Um, but yeah. Also, I wonder what I want to do with these podcasts or episodes, you know? Like, I could very easily start talking about my problems and nonstop just do that. But I don't know if that's really entertaining. I mean, I don't know what you would define as entertaining. Me talking is all right, but if I want to do things further with this later on, maybe I should start going into other things. But maybe that's what you want to hear. Ooh. I want to talk about Christmas really quick. Oh my God, I have so much ADHD. Okay, Christmas. So Christmas is such a great time, or the holidays, you know, because the I talk about this so much, but working, I just want to make money so that I can, buy stuff for my friends and support my friends and my family and just, I'm not really too much of a person who just like needs to have like I need to have my phone or I need to have my computer. I need to what's the type of person called? I forgot what they're called. Um, I just don't really need gifts because I feel like I have everything that I need, you know. Um, so I'm okay with just, hanging out with somebody and being happy that way. But I've been buying a lot of people gifts, a lot of my coworkers. The reason I've been buying a lot of my coworkers gifts is because I genuinely, care about them. They're chill. Like they have made what I thought wasn't gonna be a fun experience working, a fun experience working. Um, because obviously, or I guess like I was saying before with Canes, before I got the job, I just thought it was gonna be like every other job where I wasn't gonna have fun. It was just gonna be dead, and then I was just like questioning whether or not I would ever be able to make money later on, or if I was gonna be successful in any way, just because I had such like a bad time working at my other jobs. When I made it there, everyone made me feel so welcome, and I just had so much fun. Um, and making money in the process is kind of good. So a lot of them have like made me feel so much better about it. Like I genuinely feel now, I mean, this is a very plausible path to take. I can become financially stable if I keep working hard. In a couple years, I'll be set. I can make great friends as long as they work there. Maybe keep in contact afterwards, I hope. But if not, at least I had a fun time when they were here. And, keep going up. And so I have on my whiteboard in front of me because I keep a whiteboard on my wall. It's like one of those ones where you just stick on. And I have like a holiday gifts list of all the names of the people that I'm getting gifts for and what I'm gonna get them and whether I got them already. So, um, I'll name one of them just because it's my cat and I think that's fine. So my cat, Leche, he's getting an auto litter box, an automatic litter box, clean it faster. Or not faster, but like automatically. That was expensive. Now I don't really care too much about the expenses and stuff as long as whoever I'm getting it is happy. I'm happy. Um, obviously it's my cat. I want to make my cat happy. Um, but maybe that's just mainly for me because I'm just a little lazy when it comes to wanting to clean the litter box. So this is just so I don't have to do it. But it's kind of fire, so I don't know. Um, but yeah, this year buying gifts for people has filled me with so much like joy, serotonin, all that fun stuff, and it's been nice. Like I haven't been feeling my best sometimes because I work so much, and outside of work I just get really bummed out because I don't have a lot to do. I don't feel like I have a lot to do. I want to hang out with people, I want to be social, and when I'm not able to, it's just I feel like deprived. It's not good. And I'm able to be social with people at work because I mean they work with me. They're forced to hang out with me. Um, that's that's funny. Anyways, and outside of work, I mean, it's hard to find time to hang out with friends. And then there's already like drama I'm trying to fix. And, sometimes you can't fix everything, so it just goes wrong, and then I get bummed out. We'll see. But yeah, I've been buying a lot of gifts for people, and I've been feeling really good about it. Like, I'm like, yo, I feel happy. I hope they like these gifts. If they don't like it, I might feel a little bummed out, but I mean, I feel good buying them. I think I've spent like, let's see, let me calculate really quick. I'm gonna look at all of them really quick. Okay, so there's that. That was around that much money. I'm gonna say that I've spent close to $1,500 on gifts. Close to. Luckily, Christmas is not here yet, and I'm still getting paid soon. So it'll come back. But damn. And like the Christmas that I had with my ex who lived in Arizona, I spent 1K buying gifts for her entire family. Most of it was from gifts that I bought for her because I'm so like indecisive and I don't know what to get for people, so I end up buying them multiple things. I don't do that as much anymore because, I don't gotta think too hard. Although I still put some thought into it because obviously I still want them to like the gift. But I just mean like I try not to be as dumb as I used to be, buying literally anything I see just because I think they'll like it. I guess I also just, would mainly just do that for a significant other. But you get it. Anyways, but I've already bought like most of them. There's 16 gifts I have to buy. I've bought 9. Oh wait, no. Wait, no, I already bought. Wait, let me see. 1, 2. No, no, no. There is 16 gifts I have to. No, 9 gifts. No, wait, what? Huh? How many do I have to buy? I have. Anyways, so yeah, I have to buy some gifts. I'm almost done, and they're all still coming. So when they come, I'm gonna wrap them up and then give it to them later. I hope they like it. I do. Um, there's also one other thing I'm doing. I'm planning a holiday party. Um, a holiday event because for Christmas I don't really get a lot of chances to hang out with like friends mainly. Um, because they got like plans for stuff. So, and this year I really want to be more close to my friends. I want to be closer to my friends. So I'm planning a thing mainly for closer people. Uh, and I want it to be fun. It's gonna be expensive though. No, it's not. What am I saying? So we'll see what happens with that. I don't know. I sometimes I see online, you know, I shouldn't do this, but I like see people posting stuff, having fun with their friends, going places, partying, maybe chilling at home, and I'm like, I want to do that. That looks really fun. And so I always like want to do things like that. Yeah, I never have been able to do that like as much, really at all. Not for a while at least. I mean, I guess we're all super busy. But yeah. Um, hmm. Do I have more high school stories? Definitely do. Hmm. But what is it that I want to share? I keep sharing stuff about the experience I've had with like, you know, crushes and all that. But I don't know if I want to. I mean, I do, but I don't know if I should. I guess you could tell me next time if you want me to stop here, or if you want me to stop talking about that. So I guess that's on you guys. Also, I appreciate the people who did let me know that they listened to it and the ones who also let me know that they liked it. I think so far, luckily, I haven't gotten anyone who doesn't like it. But I guess they wouldn't really tell me that. You can though. Like I encourage it. I just want people's opinions on it so I know, you know, if it's good. Um, because these are ones podcasts that I've definitely just gotten more personal with because it's like just me talking. And I haven't in the past I didn't really do that because it was just me with another person and we just try to make it more entertaining in the way of entertainment of like how do you say that? You know, like more topics, fun topics or talking about what's going on but less personal. More fun, like chill rather than personal. I don't know, you get it, but this one's way more personal for sure. 'Cause I'm talking about my life, and it's only me talking. So they let me know what you want to hear. I'm gonna keep advertising on my story on Instagram. um, Also, yo, almost at 10 subscribers. Let's go. Um, and maybe later on, I get more people listening, more people wanting more. I'll put it on Spotify. The places that I had it before. Like I know with my past podcast, I was able to put it on Apple Music, Spotify, and YouTube. I can do that again. I know how. Just let me know. Maybe it's easier to listen to like that. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm having fun making these. Um, Pretty consistent, I think, every couple days. Um, but yeah, just let me know. Give me feedback because I do like the feedback. It makes me feel like you know they're doing all right. Um, but yeah, I want to talk about one thing actually. Maybe I don't actually. It's about my love life. I just have fun talking about that stuff. I don't know. I'm like in high school, a teenage girl being like, "Oh my God, what's the gossip?" Sorry, I was stretching, but I was talking to this one person on an app. I have one app, and I remember like I showed one of my coworkers, and my coworker was like, "Wait a second, I know that person," and I'm like, "For real?" They're like, "Yeah, they're really nice. I ship you both," and I'm like getting all excited and stuff, and that was my first mistake, let me tell you, because getting all excited about a person and then if it doesn't work out, all that hype, where does it go? Well, it goes to making you feel bad for it not working. And I'm like, and I got back to work a couple days later, and I'm like, and she's like, how's it going with that one person? And I'm like, listen here, we should not have gotten so hype about it. That put too much hype on it, too much pressure, and then it didn't work out. And she's like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, no, no, it's okay. But still, it was a bad idea on both of our parts. Because it was. It didn't work out. That's okay though. Uh, as much as a dating app can be super draining, it definitely, um, what's it called? Lets you build up resistance to things not working out. But yeah, when I first like got an app, like it was going pretty well. I definitely met some people, hung out in person, went on a couple dates with different people. All of them, I guess I've ended and been like, hey, listen, we just gotta be friends. I'm sorry. Because I'm some way too picky, bro. I'm like, I don't, I don't know. I want to be happy with somebody, but like for sure. Like for sure. They gotta be the one. Um, oh yeah, what's funny? The episode 2 where I mentioned two different names and then I stopped using names because I just realized it just sounded really weird and it didn't work. The Arya name, um, Aria, Arya. That's like a name that I actually want my like future daughter to have because I think that's kind of like a fire name. Like that's a really good. Um, I don't know. I like that name. Um, as for a guy, I have no idea, and who cares? Um, because about that guy, get him out of here. Maybe just Hector Jr. We'll have another Hector down the line. Um, anyways though, I was at work yesterday, or I guess technically today. We got home at I think we left at around 5:30 a.m. It wasn't the best close. It was the first one where my boss gave me a lot more responsibility, and I felt good about that. I'm glad they gave me responsibility because I'm working towards manager, and so I've got to, show that I can do things. And she's telling me, hey, listen, you're gonna be in charge of making sure that this list of deep cleaning items is done. And you have to take before and after photos, and then you got to send them all to me. And if you're not able to do that, or if anyone else is not able to do that, you're responsible. And I'm like, I understand. Um, we almost didn't end up finishing it, and I'm like, oh no. Luckily though, took all the photos, sent them all in, and she was like, thank you, good job, and I felt good. We got out late though, because it was like not our best close. We didn't plan ahead enough. The dishes were the biggest factor keeping us there. Like we had a lot of dishes to do, and that definitely, I was on dishes like so much of my shift near the end. And that was like the main reason why we stayed so late is because I couldn't clean anything else. Like I think I'm pretty decent at cleaning stuff. But if I'm held down on one thing, I can't clean anything else. So we were just, I just had to focus on doing dishes and nothing else. And so we stayed a long time. But luckily we got out later. 5:30, not too bad, I guess. It's pretty bad though. But that's like a 3:30 close. Like we closed at 3:30, so I guess we stayed for an extra 2 hours, 30 minutes. Um, but yeah, it was a good day at work though. I liked it. Anyways though. Also, I don't know. Is it wrong? Is it bad that these episodes are like long? Like, should they be a specific amount of time every time? Because the first one was an hour, the second one was like an hour and 20 minutes because I got so like into my stories. And then this one, I mean, I don't know how long should they be. Definitely let me know. I say definitely let me know. I don't think anyone's gonna let me know, but like you're listening to it right now, like let me know right now. Like pull out your phone as you're listening to this or wherever you listen to it. Like text me right now. Just please tell me. And for the people who make it this far, like it's only 30 minutes. Like you tell me right now if they're too long, too short. Um, thank you. Anyways, though, I don't know. I like that people are listening to these. Makes me feel like good. I'm gonna sneeze. Ah, sorry. If you're using this to be relaxed and stuff, and I just sneezed and woke you up, I'm sorry. Last night when I got home though, or I guess this morning, um, I got like a craving for like a bunch of like sweets, so I just went on DoorDash and purchased like 10 different things of candy, and then like when it got here, uh, I just what's it called? I opened almost every single one and like took one candy out of all of them, and then like ate that, and then just let it stay there in a bag. I put them away, but I need my sweets, so I can feel good. Unhealthy. That's what. Hmm. I'm trying to think what I want to do in the future. What do I want to do later? After Christmas, the next year? Bro, I need more things to do. Like, work is alright. What do I do outside of that? I want to be more active socially. That's what I want to do. Hmm. I don't know. Also, ask me questions as well. I want, like, if you want me to answer something, I will. Searching up questions is one thing, but it's not as fun because it's like, who wants to hear that? At least I know someone wants to hear an answer to whatever their question is. Like, you're like, hey, what do I do about this man following me every single night? And I tell you, probably call the police or, confront him. Maybe don't confront him, that's a dumb idea. Stalkers are kind of weird. But you get what I mean, you know. If you have a question, I'll answer it. I'm I'll either give a serious answer or I'll give a joke answer. It's up to you, really. Um, I remember I used to use this one like video game app on my computer that all you do on it is answer questions for people. Like they send a letter out into the internet or in the game, and you can go through different letters answering people's questions. Like if somebody might be like, "Hey, I'm losing a friend and I don't know what to do," you can respond to it and be like, "Hey man, it's all gonna be okay. Don't worry too much, Just talk about problem with your friend, try to figure out what the issue is, and hey, if things don't work out, sucks if they don't. Just, know everything's gonna be all right and keep moving forward. All that fun stuff. Obviously, a more uh, precise answer than that, but you get what I mean. Um, and that app was like really fun. I used it for a little while where I wouldn't really like send out my own things. I would just respond to stuff. And I'm pretty sure I used it to like make podcast episodes once. Whatever happened to that? Wait, was that, did I do that one alone? Wait, maybe I did. Oh my god. It isn't my first. Maybe it is actually, I don't know. Hmm. Oh well, I'm not sure. I want to start streaming again though. There's this game that I bought, but it doesn't come out until March of next year. Um, but I want to stream it when it comes out. I just no, that's it. Yeah, I just want to stream it. So maybe I will, but I'm not sure. Probably will not have the most time playing it, but I'll do my best to stay on it. Streaming is fun. You always see streamers online or YouTube videos, and they're always super like having fun, making money off of the things. I just think it's cool to have like a community and stuff like that. People to be like, hey, I love your stuff, or hey, I hate your stuff. Um, and then just go off of that. At least they're listening, and that's pretty cool. I want to do that. That was my original like goal, because I mean, if you know that I want to just make people, happy in any way that I can, what better way than to entertain them? You know, me being dumb, not a bad way, but like in a good way, where it's like dumb funny rather than dumb embarrassing online is good. I wouldn't mind. I mean, I guess I don't have to be dumb. I could be smart, entertaining, whatever that means. Um, but yeah, I wanted to do that for a while because I just thought that'd be super fun. And I did record like back in high school, or I streamed back in high school a little bit. And for a while, like I had like some decent people stay on. I just kind of stopped because I don't know, didn't have time for it or got lazy. Other stuff came up, different reasons every single time. But I guess I can go back to it now. I mean, when I come back from work, um, it's always like super late, and I'm quitting my other job, so I'll have a lot of time in between. The only issue is I need to sleep, so I'll probably only have like, uh, let's see, I don't work today, so either my days off or what time is it right now? I can't read a military time. It's 7:39, and usually I'd go work at like mm, 8 or 9, and I'd probably leave home around 7:30 or 8:30, depending on what time my work is. So if I go to sleep, hmm, I'll like have a decent amount of time before work. Okay, not a decent amount of time. Depends on when I sleep. Depends on when I go to sleep. Okay, I'm trying to think. I have in between 4 and 7 hours to do whatever I want if it's not my day off. Stuff like that. So I think if I plan accordingly, I'll be fine. All right. Anyways, oh god, a bunch of food on my desk. Let me move that. What other stuff? What more? What should I talk about? Oh yeah, I had this one class. Um, a lot of people know about this, but I'm gonna tell it. Um, I had a math class with this one teacher, and she was really fun. I was like, hey, listen, you sure know a lot about probability as you are a math teacher, but how much do you really know? I bet that I can flip a coin and land it heads 10 times in a row, no problem. And she's like, it's not possible. You're dumb. And I'm like, no, it's possible. I got skill. And then we made a bet, and I said, listen, if I can do it, you got to give me an A in the class. She's like, fine, but if you can't, you got to buy the entire class donuts. And I'm like, deal. Overall, I don't mind that bet. Like, if I'm not able to do it, everyone gets donuts, and that's a win-win for me. Of course, it's embarrassing if I can't do it, so it just kind of sucks. Now, I had like a few days to prepare, and I spent all my time looking up tricks on how to do this. I found a video that said that, like, showed you that you can make it look like it's spinning and make it look like you're flipping it, but in reality you're not. You're just throwing it up in the air and catching it. But I'm like, if I mess it up, it'll look really like sus, and then someone's gonna be like, hey, you're cheating, and then I'm screwed. And let me tell you something. On the day that I got there, I'm like, okay, I just gotta do this legit. She's like, you want a practice run? And I'm like, no, I got this. I should have taken the practice run. Let me tell you what happened. I flip it, catch it, all right? And I'm supposed to get heads every time. It doesn't start off from what I get. It starts off from me getting heads. And it was really funny because everyone's gathered around. There's a table prepared for me. You know, they're all ready as people recording. And I'm like, all right, I'm ready. I don't need a practice run. I flip the coin. It's in the air. Everyone's like gasping. They're like, oh my God, what's going to happen? It's in the air for at least 10 seconds. It's crazy. It's like the air time it was getting. And then boom, it lands on my hand. Moment of silence. I pray to the Lord. I'm like, please give me a heads. Come on, I need a heads. Lift up my hand. It's tails. Oh my God, it was the worst thing ever. My immediate reaction is like I yelled the F word on accident in front of everyone. I was like, I'm so sorry. She's like, that's okay. I would have done the same thing. And I'm like, ah. And then I'm like, well, expect donuts later. Oh my God, it was so funny because like immediate loss, immediate embarrassment, and immediate donuts, which is fine. But yeah, that class is always super fun because I could just mess around with the teachers, you know? Like everybody knew that I was pretty like straightforward and you know, I don't really like do anything bad. So if I ever wanted to go to the bathroom, and I know at the time we were having like a problem, like, you know, kids drooling in the bathrooms, except that's like classic, you know? And so I would, you know, ask to go to the bathroom and you know, maybe they'd be like, "Oh, are you gonna go drool in the bathroom?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course." So it might like smell afterwards, but like it's gonna smell good though. And they're like, "Okay, cool, for sure, just be back." And I'm like, "All right, for sure." Or I'd purposely be like, "Hey, I'm gonna go drool in the bathroom. Is that all right?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, for sure." So like, if I wanted to, I probably couldn't get away with it. I mean, I'm sure, but obviously, you know, I didn't really do that stuff. So it was just fun to mess around. I don't think I've ever had a problem with any teachers. Like I understood that if they got mad, it's because, you know, I gave them a reason to. There wasn't, you know, too many reasons why a teacher would get mad for no reason. Wait, what? I said that weird. They always had a reason to. It was because either the class was being dumb, I didn't do my work, or whatever. But yeah, all my teachers I always had fun with, for sure. Um, There wasn't like any teachers where I just was like, I hate these people. Like even back in like middle school, like it was always my teachers are so fun. Never had a problem with them. Not that I'm like I was a do-gooder, goody two-shoes, always like follow the rules type stuff like that. It's not like I broke any rules. It's just I was loud. I was annoying, and I was just at least I wasn't doing anything bad. Um, There's one teacher. I think it was my English teacher. She had a like a little cookie jar raccoon in her class. That thing was so fun because my favorite animal is a raccoon. And I'm like, hey, listen, can I have whatever's in there? She's like, no. And I would go over there and I'd just relax by it. And then I'd like lift it up and I'd be like, hey, there's candy in there. Can I have one? She never let me take one. I was like, can I have the raccoon, please? I would ask a lot and she'd get annoyed. Um, but I guess that was given to her by a close friend or whatever. I forgot. Um, I really wanted that raccoon. Oh, I would have been sick to take home. I should have. Senior prank. Aha, stole your raccoon. Leave a note being like, it was me. Um, that raccoon was sick. Whatever happened to it? It's still there. I know it is. Because I went back one time because my sister still goes to school at Del Lago. And sorry, I'm like stretching. And I went in there and I saw it. Except she wasn't there. My teacher, that is. Going back to school, like right now, it feels so weird. Like I think about all the times that I had there, and like I can like envision everything that I've like done, chilled with, Like it was so fun. You ever get that question asked to you, like, would you ever go back? In fact, I would. But like in the way of not like obviously not like going back to retake years because you're dumb and stupid, but in the way of me going back in time with the knowledge I have now. Oh, of course I would. Oh my God. I would make so many things different. Big changes, big changes. Because I'm assuming I'm like a better person. I just, my looks are not as good as they were, as they are now. Probably grow out my hair, have what I have now, because I like it like this. I'd be a lot more confident. Imagine that, right? Making moves back then, mini me. I say mini me, I was still freakishly tall though. Um, and then make things different. That'd be kind of fun. Like, I make sure to work at Cane's immediately so I can make some fat money. So by now I'd be like a manager material. Um, that'd be fun. Yeah, I could imagine that. I remember there was this one time where I literally just dipped. My first time just not coming to class. Maybe I shouldn't be exposing myself for that, but I will. I was supposed to go to like one of my periods, and then I was like, I don't really want to. And I was joking around with a friend because we were at the gates of my school, and I'm like, tell me I won't leave. Tell me. I'll leave right now. I'll go to Starbucks. And they're like, you won't do it. It's just you're not that dumb. And I'm like, no, I'm pretty dumb. I'll do it right now. And they said I wouldn't, and I stuck to that joke all the way as I walked out the gates, all the way to the field, and down the street to my mom's office. And I just chilled until I got home. And I was just like, yeah, we got out early. Yeah, I just left though, um, which is kind of funny. I only did that once because you can't reuse jokes. I didn't get in trouble or anything like that. I got a call being like, hey, where is he? Um, and I was like, oh, they always get that wrong. I was there, trust me. Um, my mom listens to these as well. Oh well. Hear from that later. But yeah, that was the only time I ever didn't go. Okay, well, like that was the only time I ever left school entirely. I think there was times where I just didn't go, but that was mainly to my fifth period, my advisory, just because I wasn't feeling it. Like one time I didn't go to my advisory, and I was just chilling, like outside. There was like an arcade machine. I was just messing with it. Wasn't really playing any games. I was just pressing the buttons as if I was. I don't know what's wrong with me. And then I was just sitting outside. Security guard would be like, "Hey, what you doing out here?" And I'd be like, going to class, just waiting." Be like, "Oh, okay, we'll get to class." And I'm like, "For sure, for sure." I'd leave. They go around the corner. I'd come back, sit down again. Um, I think I only ever like there was one time where I just left like one of my 1 to 4 periods completely, and that's when I like left the school. And all the other times, like which only happened like a couple times, maybe like 1 or 5, in between 1 and 5 times where I just left advisory because I just didn't want to do it, because I was just bored. And it wasn't even to hang out with anyone. I just didn't go. Just chilling by myself, thinking about stuff. Yeah. There's an area in the back of the school. Um, it's mainly for people who don't know my school. The cactus garden, where you weren't really allowed to go unless you were like a senior, because it was the senior garden. Why did I call it the cactus garden? Because there's cactuses, cacti. But the senior garden, you can't really go on unless you're a senior. I would always go there, like without being a senior. I got in trouble this one time. This was like back sophomore, maybe freshman year. I walked in with a friend and I'm like, let's just go through it. What are they gonna say? And this one girl walked up to us. She's like, you're not supposed to be here. And I'm like, huh? What? What are we? What am I? And she's like, this is the senior garden. You can't be here. And then I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so deeply sorry. Please do not get mad at me. I'm so sorry. And I was just like messing around, and like this other guy came over. He's like, bro, that's not cool. And I'm like, bro, why do you care? Like, what? You acting like this is like your home, and I'm just breaking in. Like, what? I guess no one would say that because, oh, you're not. That's not cool, bro. Why you breaking into my house? But still, I was like, what does it matter? Um, like I guess it's like a privilege during senior year to have that as your area, and then having a bunch of freshmen come in might be annoying. I get that. But at the same time, if I saw a freshman coming in when I was a senior, and I wouldn't care. Be like, yeah, let's hang out, do whatever you want. It was just funny how they got mad. And so we left, and then we came back again, second time, because I was just trying to be annoying at that point. Um, I know I was being annoying. And there's like these little steps, like you can go into the senior garden and then go up these steps and then leave the senior garden. And I used it as an excuse to go into the senior garden. And they're like, come on, guys, that's just not cool. And I'm like, I'm just going up these steps. I'm about to leave though. Don't worry, I'm dipping. Um, just because I thought it was funny how annoyed they got. I'm annoying, I know, but I'd do it again. It's all the hype about, why they gotta get mad. Um, yeah, I would spend a lot of time in the senior garden outside of school. Um, it was like the spot to hang out with like somebody, right? I remember one of my first uh, girlfriends I brought there, and we were just chilling at the bench. And I'm like, oh, this is perfect, very romantic, make it look really nice. Um, and we just chill there. Um, I'd hold her hand and make it like all nice and stuff, cause like it's like the perfect sunset. It was off the hill, you could see everything, and I was like, oh yeah, that's what's up. Until like somebody from staff would come by and be like, hey yo, you gotta leave. I remember this one time I was with somebody, um, and we were just like minding our own business, and then like one of the staff, like, an older woman, came over, and I didn't see her until she was right next to us, and I was like so like I got so scared. I was like, oh God, because I didn't see her. She just walked up like it was so quiet. And she's like, hey, you guys can't be here. I'm like, huh? What's going on? She's like, you gotta be at the front. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'll go right now. And then she left, and then we just stayed there because I'm like, what you want? um, was fun though. I don't know. Del is so different from every other school. Like the way they do things, the type of people that are at our school. I think we were super respectful. I'm telling you. Like I think we were super. Just ignoring that one year where a kid kind of messed around with drugs on a bus. Ignore that for that one field trip. Besides that, we're pretty like elite. You know what I'm saying? If other schools want to call us elite, I'll take it. I don't mind. I got into a raffle, nothing more. Wasn't smart or anything like that, or paid big bucks. I got in through raffle. Last minute as well. I almost went to Esco. Then I didn't because I was like, actually, I want to go to Del Lago. Del Lago sounds cool. So I went there. Today's episode, I don't really know if I really got into anything. I just like talking. It was nice. Mm, honestly, just leave it in the background. Perfect. I'm gonna just leave it up in the background, hear me talking. Not sure if my voice is really that cool to listen to, but I don't like listening to it. I hate my voice. I just wanted to talk because, like I said, gotta have a call with somebody, and it got heated, so I just needed to let out some stuff. I don't like that I woke up at 4. I mean, I don't mind it, but it's just like the entire day is gone. It's my only day off. I work again tomorrow, but it's at 8 p.m., so I guess I do have a lot of time. I guess you know, I could stay up again and then just fall asleep later, but wait, no, I have. Oh yeah, it's at 8/15. I think I get paid on the 16th. I'm not sure. Anyways, though, I'll end it here. I'll think of more stuff to talk about next time. This was just kind of like in the moment, just felt like talking. Um, if I come up with a story or think of something that I remembered, because I don't really do this like super organized stuff. I don't write anything down. I just go off of things that I just pop into my head, and if I want to talk about it, I'll talk about it. Um, but yeah, let me know if you enjoyed, please. I very much do enjoy it when someone's like, "Hey, yo, I listened to your stuff." Whether or not they say they like it or not, but it's fine. But yeah, talk later. It was fun talking to you guys, especially for this long. Time kind of just flies by. It's already been an hour and I didn't even realize it. But yeah, hope it was good. Sorry I sneezed and woke someone up. Um, let me know what you want to hear. Let me know if you enjoyed. Just let me know. Should I get people on here? My friend wants to be on it, but I'm like, hey, let me just do a few on my own first, and then maybe I'll bring someone on just to talk to them a little bit. Um, but yeah, hope you enjoyed. I always enjoy talking. I say that a lot. Um, just yeah, it's fun. Oh, you know what? I didn't mention this just because I want to before we leave. I used to like record myself, like face cam, just myself talking like into the mic, recording like these little video diary entry things. It was like around the time that I was dating my ex who lived in Arizona, and there were like serious talks, like I think there was one where I got really emotional and started crying. It's kind of crazy. Just because I needed an outlet, and that was a good outlet. I think I did like 5 before I stopped doing them. Not because I didn't like them, just because I just couldn't be bothered. But they helped a lot, especially after like an argument where I could just let stuff out. And I guess that's why I like doing these. At first, when I first started recording one of just me, like it felt really weird because I'm just like I'm talking to myself. I'm the only one who's gonna hear this. Like, but then it just felt like I was having a conversation with myself. Makes me kind of weird for sure, but that's fine. Um, and so talking like this, I don't really feel alone in that way. like of just talking to myself, just because I know some people listen to it. So it's like I'm having a conversation, but they're just really good listeners. You guys are the good listeners. Don't let anyone tell you you're not a good listener. Um, but yeah, 20. What's 20? 2000. 2000. What time is it? I don't know how to read military time. It's 9, right? Oh, it's 8. Oh, I'm dumb. I forgot it's 2 hours behind. That's what it is. Okay, I'm gonna leave stuff off now. Thanks for listening. You guys are the best. Appreciate it. Share it with your friends. I like some more coverage. Advertise it. All right, I've had fun. Um, I'll post it later. I just need to. It takes a little bit to post. All right, goodbye. Wait, I don't need to edit this one because I didn't make any mistakes this time. Last one, I did make a mistake. I don't think if you noticed the cut, I accidentally said somebody's name, and I'm like, oh my god, why did I say that? So I had to pause it, cut it out, edit it. This one I don't have to edit. I could just post it, I think. Right? No, because no, yeah, I could, right? No, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna post it just as is, and see what it's like. All right, goodbye. Have a good day. Hope you had a great one, and we'll talk later. Bye bye.